Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song DLZ by TV on the Radio. As usual, this song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers. So if you want to get your song reviewed, just do what they did. Leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to add it to my list. So apparently, this song was in an episode of Breaking Bad. In fact, when I looked up this song on YouTube, sort of Breaking Bad OST was like the actual top result in the YouTube search bar. But I'm just doing, I don't think I've heard the song. I've seen all of Breaking Bad, so I've heard this song at some point, I guess, but I don't remember it. On top of that, I think the only other song from TV on the Radio I've ever heard is Wolf Like Me. I feel like that's a really popular one from them. And I did actually see it in some movie or something that I was watching. I don't remember which one, or TV show or something. And I was like, oh, this song goes pretty hard. This song slaps. Like, I got to add this. Like, it was so good. And so, like I said, I've seen all of Breaking Bad. I don't remember this song. So going in somewhat fresh to this. Again, I have like one other experience with this band. And so, hey, let's just jump in and see how we feel about it. So DLZ, TV on the Radio. Here we go.
Congratulations on the mess you made of things. I'm trying to reconstruct the air and all that brings. And oxidation is the compromise you own. But this is beginning to feel like the dog wants a bone. Say your methods not the disconnect from all your creeds. As fortune strives to fill the vacuum that it feeds, but this is beginning to feel like the dog's lost the lead. Say both
That had to be part of a Jesse Pinkman scene, right? Like, it's got Jesse Pinkman written all over it. Anyway, man, I really like that. Again, I mean, really only the second song I've ever heard from Wolf Like Me, and I thought it was fantastic. I think between this and again Wolf Like Me, I think what starting to kind of realize what I like about them. One is the vocal delivery. Their singer, I think, super talented. Obviously not hitting any like crazy notes or anything, but just the rhythm and the way that they deliver the lines, I think is fun. The lyrical writing, I think, is fun as well. Very easy to listen to and kind of digest. I got a lot of thoughts on this one, so let's break it down piece by piece, like we always do, of course, starting with those lyrics. So, does say here, written by Adabimpe. I'm not sure how to say that. This song was released in 2008 on TV on the radio's third studio album, Dear Science. Although it was never released as a single, DLZ is one of the band's most popular songs. This popularity strongly has to do with the fact that the song was featured on season 2, episode 10 of Breaking Bad. Again, got to be a Jesse Pinkman. Okay, I'm gonna click on it real quick, just see like what scene was it? Okay. Okay, all right.
All that brings an oxidation.
I was wrong. Not a Jesse Pinkman scene, but I honestly don't even remember that scene. I've watched Breaking Bad all the way through, but it's probably been like 10 years since I've last watched Breaking Bad. I mean, I don't remember when Breaking Bad ended, but like I watched it on Netflix, legit, like again, like 10 years ago maybe. So anyway, the acronym DLZ stands for Dawn of the Loser, which is featured in the last lines of the song. Okay, when he was saying that, I was like, is that what DLZ stands for? And then I was like, wait, where does the Z come in? I don't know. Anyway, let's break the song down. Let's start with those lyrics as always. Here we go. Congratulations on the mess you made of things. I'm trying to reconstruct the air and all that brings, and oxidation is the compromise you own. But this is beginning to feel like the dog wants a bone. Say, la 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 la. You force your fire and then you falsify your deeds. Your methods dot the disconnect from all your creeds, and fortune strives to fill the vacuum that it feeds. But this is beginning to feel like the dog's lost a lead. Say, man, there's a lot of like this writing is very dense. Congratulations on the mess you made of things. Okay, so like again, Dawn of the Loser is somebody who kind of is screwing things up, trying to reconstruct the air and all that brings, and oxidation is the compromise you own, but this is beginning to feel like the dog wants a bone. You force your fire and then you falsify your deeds. Your methods dot the disconnect from all your creeds. Man, that's some great writing. There's a lot to unpack there, but what I'm getting from it again is that this is a person who kind of sucks, right? Making a mess of things, but also they are telling lies, right? They're falsifying your deeds. Your methods not to disconnect from your creed. So you say one thing, you say you believe in one thing or that you are one way, but your actions are saying something completely different, right? And fortune strives to fill the vacuum that it feeds, but this is beginning to feel like the dog's lost a lead. This is beginning to feel like the long-winded blues of the never. This is beginning to feel like it's curling up slowly and finding a throat to choke. This is beginning to feel like the long-winded blues of the never, barely controlled locomotive consuming the picture and blowing the crows to smoke. This is beginning to feel like the long-winded blues of the never, static explosion devoted to crushing the broken and shoving their souls to ghost. Eternalized, objectified, you set your sights so high, but this is beginning to feel like the bolt busted loose from the lever. So things are kind of coming to a head. Steam is being blown up. It's coming to like the climactic finish of whatever conflict is happening here, right? Never mind, death professor, your structure's fine. My dust is better. Your victim flies so high. All to catch a bird's eye view of who's next. Never you mind, death professor, love is life, my love is better. Your victim flies so high, eyes could be the diamonds confused with who's next. Never you mind, Death Professor. Your shocks are fine. My struts are better. Your fiction flies so high. So y'all could use a Doctor Who's sick, who's next. Never you mind, Death Professor. Electrified. My love is better. It's crystallized. So am I. All I could be, the diamond fused with who's next. I can see why they use this song for Breaking Bad. Because this whole like verse here honestly kind of sounds like uh again with the mention of like crystallize, I know that's probably not what he's saying, but I'm like, yeah, Breaking Bad, crystal meth, whatever. Like I can kind of see how maybe, I mean, all of verse 4 could be about addiction, right? Your structure's fine. My dust is better. Your victim flies high, all to catch a bird's eye view of who's next. Never mind you, Death Professor. I mean, Death Professor could be like a drug dealer, right? Uh, love is life. My love is better. So it's essentially like kind of counteracting, right? Like, yeah, you might have structure in your life, but wouldn't you rather be on drugs, right? Or like, uh, love is life, but like the love that you feel of the drugs or whatever. I mean, that's kind of what I'm taking away from it in this section. I'm not 100% sure, but um, oh, yeah, so I don't know. Um, let's finish it out. This is beginning to feel like the dawn of the loser forever. This is beginning to feel like the dawn of the loser forever. This is beginning to feel like the dawn of the loser forever. I wonder if it is about addiction, and I mean, I don't know if he's necessarily, saying this, but like being an addict is akin to being a loser, right? When I kind of look back at the lyrics that we've just read, like making a mess of things, uh, there's a lot of like scientific terms in here. Oxidation is the compromise you own. You force your fire and then you falsify your deeds. Fortune strives to fill the vacuum that it feeds. Again, that sounds to me like an addict. I don't know. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, it very much sounds like getting addicted to drugs. And again, how that can maybe feel akin to being a loser, if you will. So, which again would make sense why they use the song like this on Breaking Bad. Maybe that's too me, forcing the Breaking Bad connection a little bit too much, but I don't know. Like I think it's kind of interesting. But that's what's so great about lyrics, and it's a thing that I always appreciate about good and interesting lyric writing is that it does kind of make you think, and people take away different things from it. So I'm sure somebody watching this is like, this dude is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's about this, right? And so we all have kind of our own interpretations of it. But that's how I'm taking this one so far. But honestly, pretty interesting stuff. I give it 2 thumbs up lyrically. I thought it was well written. There's some really great lines in there that make you go like, oh wow, that is some intense and just like creative writing there. As far as the instrumentation and vocals go, as I mentioned, I really like the guy's vocal style. Again, I've only heard this and Wolf Like Me, and I think in both, like his vocal delivery, his vocal style really kind of keeps me coming back to the song. Like there's just something about it. He's very cool with his delivery, and it just makes for a fun listen. I think instrumentally, honestly, one thing that really stuck out to me were the drums. I think drumming throughout was fantastic. It was very, again, energetic for something that is not necessarily like an upbeat, fast-paced song. To kind of have those more energetic drums throughout, I thought was a good choice. But instrumentally, this one is just kind of easy to groove out to, and I really had a good time listening to it. So I'm gonna give it 2 big thumbs up there as well. As far as replay value goes, I mean, honestly, this is one of those where I'm like, yeah, instant playlist. Can't wait to listen to it again. It's going to be in the heavy rotation. Honestly, Wolf Like Me is in my heavy rotation. And again, that's the only song I knew from them until now. So it's just like, that's kind of my style, y'all. This is why I started this channel in the first place. I'm so bad about like hearing a song I like and then only ever listening to that one song, never really exploring the discography of the artist. And so, with all that said, this is definitely going to make the playlist, stay list, whatever you want to call it. 2 big thumbs up from me for replay value. Overall, a fantastic song and a great request. Thank you so much for the person who requested this one. As always, if you enjoyed the music as much as I did, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And if you enjoyed what you saw here on the channel today, consider supporting the channel. Like and subscribe and comment. All the things that you normally do on YouTube for channels that you enjoy, or or a video that you enjoy. That would certainly help me a lot, and I really appreciate it. You can also, if you're interested, check the description if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, TikTok, or Instagram. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you again in the next one. Bye for now.